All right, guys, so here at the courthouse, it is September 24th. My auction was at 11:30. Keep in mind, the public notice says that the auction will be between 11 and 4. So if you don't know who the auctioneer is, you guys, you don't have to camp out at the courthouse. So a couple other tips, because a lot of y'all have been reaching out about auctions and how to participate. Depending on the auction, a broker can get paid, or a real estate agent can get paid. Not at my auctions, not the trustee, right? But on like auction.com, they have like broker compensation. So you can get paid. Also, make sure to make your checks have to be made payable to yourself or to the trustee. If you don't know who the trustee is, make sure they're payable to yourself. You have to have them at the auction with me. Today, a guy was waiting on this guy to bring him the money, right? And I was not going to let him bid until his coins were here, right? He was like, the guy's coming from the bank. He'll be here shortly. He can't bid, right? Because I'm not going to let him bid up this auction and he don't even have any money, right? That's not fair to everybody who's there. So also keep in mind on the notice. So on the notice, it'll say like southwest corner of the courthouse. Y'all get here early. Do you know where the southwest corner of the courthouse is? Get here early, right? There's like, here's an entrance to the courthouse. This is where I stand. Y'all look, here's where I stand right here at this particular courthouse, but it's like 4 different entrances to the courthouse. So get here early so you can find where the southwest corner of the courthouse is. So I'm walking around. Auction is over. Basically, look, it says tax collector, tax assessor, you know, because they do tax sales as well, you guys. So also another thing to keep in mind with the auction, be on time, make the checks payable to yourself or the trustee. You might just have to camp out, right? If you don't know what time the auctioneer is going to be there, you got to be there between like 11 and 4. Do your due diligence. Do a title search on the property. When I announced it, I said today, I was like, the property is located at wherever it was. And I was like, I don't even know if the property is there, to be honest. So hopefully everybody has done their due diligence before they start bidding. Opening bid was $65,000. It sold for $98,000 today. Opening bid was $65, sold for $98. I'll put the house up so you can see it. If you watched me before, you already know I don't have keys, I don't have deeds, I don't have refunds, right? Deeds and refunds come in the mail. Keys, baby, you better crawl through the window, right? So keep all of that in mind. And if you didn't know, I don't even know if I did an introduction, you guys. I'm Ashley. I mean, if you're new here, if you're not new here, you know who I am. If you are new here, and if you guys don't know who I am your auction mama. I'm getting in the car before I sweat to death, you guys. So, I have been in real estate since 2006, you guys, as a real estate agent, as a real estate broker. I auction in Shelby County, which is Memphis, and Nashville, and Mississippi, and I'm in Mississippi today auctioning. So I just wanted to share that with you. It was quite a few people out there today. Even the guy who won the property was like, look at me, I look like a sweaty mess, a sweaty Betty. Let me turn some air on. And I was like, I don't know how most people text me or you look online. I'll try to share some sites with you about where to find auction properties. So a little bit of auction action today. I try to share as much as possible with you. It is open to the public. It is absolutely free. Don't let these people charge you at the courthouse, baby. This is not the club. There is not an entry fee. You can just walk up, make sure you have your certified funds, make sure you're bidding on the correct house, make sure you have driven by the house and have done a title search. I made a complete course, my best-selling course that has sold over like 200 people have bought it. The Auction Accelerator. It helps you buy at the auction. Use code THANKYOU. The link is below. It teaches you how to find, bid, analyze, calculate your bid, calculate repairs. You guys, you cannot see the inside of these houses. You are bidding blind, okay? People could live in these houses, and if someone lives in the house, you are responsible for evicting them. So you better do cash for keys. Maybe you can give them some moving boxes, buy them some pizza. I don't know. But if somebody lives in the house, you guys, you are responsible for evicting them if you purchase their house at the auction, okay? So do all of your due diligence. The course teaches you how to do that. That's it for the auction, you guys. So let's jump into foreclosure numbers. The states with the highest rates, the most foreclosure starts, and the most REO properties. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm back. Auction is over. We are back home. let's jump into these foreclosure numbers. Okay, so this is for the month of August. Today is September 24th. Of course, there's a lag. So these are August foreclosure numbers. Let's see which states and cities are topping the list with the most foreclosure starts, REOs, overall high foreclosure rates, and everything in between. So let's jump in. Adams' report shows there were a total of 30,227 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings. If you watched me before, I've explained this. Foreclosure is usually in 3 phases. Okay, first phase, homeowner gets behind on their mortgage, usually 3 months, and they filed the notice of default. That's the first filing. Then their auction is scheduled, and then the property is repossessed. 3 main filings when it comes to foreclosures. Okay, so 30,000 properties with foreclosure filings across the United States. I believe that very well could be true for the month of August, but you guys, it's a lot of people who are behind on their mortgage. A lot. Millions. If you watched my last video, millions of people are behind on their mortgage or have not paid. Now, a lot of people are just not in foreclosure. Somebody sent me a homeowner called me. They got my letter in the mail. If y'all didn't know, I mail to distressed homeowners. If you want my letters, click down below. I have foreclosure letters and probate letters if you're looking for a way to reach out to distressed homeowners. So anyway, a man called me. He was behind on his mortgage, and I saw his mortgage statement, and it said you are behind 370 days on your mortgage. And get this, he was not in foreclosure. They had not filed a foreclosure on him yet. 370 days behind on his mortgage. So keep that in mind. If you know me, you know, right, that I don't believe half of these reports, articles, numbers, statistics. You know, you got to multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. So let's keep going. Let's keep going and see what they have to say. Okay, so nationwide, 1 in every 4,662 housing units had a foreclosure filing in August 2024. So not a lot, right? The states with the highest foreclosure rates right now are Nevada, Florida, good old Florida. We know y'all struggling down there. Florida, Illinois, South Carolina, and New Jersey. Let's talk about some cities, okay? Highest foreclosure rates in August, Lakeland, Florida. They have been on the list for the past couple of years. Lakeland, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Miami, Florida, all of them been on the foreclosure list, okay? So let me keep reading the article. Lakeland, Florida, Chico, California, Columbia, South Carolina. South Carolina has been on this list for the last couple of years. Columbia, South Carolina, Bakersfield, California, and Las Vegas, Nevada. You know they saying like Texas is going to be like the epicenter of the next housing downfall. Like San Antonio, of course Florida. No shade to Florida because you know I love Florida. You know I want my beach house for $19.73. That's how much I want to pay for it. Y'all like $19,000? No, $19. Like if I give you a $20 bill, you will give me some change back. $19.73 is the foreclosure that I want to buy in Florida, right? So then the rest of my money can go to what? Y'all's taxes and y'all's insurance and HOA, right? And fighting the iguanas, right? Anyway, let's keep going. Las Vegas, Nevada. Next up, the bigger cities. We've got Riverside, California, Miami, Florida. Miami on the list. I know everybody moving there, but there's some people who struggling to pay their mortgage too. Chicago, Illinois, and Orlando, Florida. Lakeland, Florida, Miami, Florida, Orlando, Florida. They all on the list. Okay, let's keep moving. Greatest number of foreclosure starts. That's that first filing. When a homeowner gets behind on their mortgage, like that notice of default, the lender sends it to you. So lenders started the foreclosure process on 20,747 U.S. properties, okay? States that had the greatest number of foreclosure starts were Florida, number 1, baby. Florida, with 2,668 new foreclosures. California, 2,443 foreclosure starts. Texas, 1,857. New York with 1,328 foreclosure starts. Is it because y'all Airbnb? You know, New York don't really have like landlord friendly laws. You know what I mean? And then y'all's real estate just be high. Like for like 2 feet is like $1 million. You know what I mean? You can just go in the house and like make a circle, and that's your whole house. Illinois, 1,208 foreclosure starts. Okay, so those were the states. Let's pinpoint some cities. We've got New York City. New York City. Y'all know I do it every time because of that. What was it? That paste picante. I'm old. First of all, y'all remember that commercial. Some of y'all remember that commercial when they're like, New York City. Okay. Let's keep talking about foreclosures. Next up, Chicago, Illinois. Hold up. New York City had 1,332 foreclosure starts. Let's stay on topic, Ashley. Okay. Chicago, Illinois, 1,069 foreclosure starts. Miami, Florida had 743 new foreclosures. Los Angeles, California with 675. And Houston, Texas with 507 foreclosure starts. Now, moving right along to REO properties. And if you know me, if you watched, I have taught y'all, I have educated you all. What are REO properties? How do they get there? They are properties that do not sell at the auction. If your auction mama cannot sell them, they revert back to the bank and they become an REO property. Real estate owned by the bank. You can find REO properties at HUDHomestore.gov, HomePath.com, HomeSteps.com. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Truist all have their own REO websites. So go check those out. You can use traditional financing when you buy an REO property. Conventional, FHA, FHA 203K, VA, hard money, whatever you want, you can use it buying an REO property. Make sure you negotiate. Negotiate everything. It's the bank. They got money. Negotiate. So, lenders repossessed 2,889 U.S. properties through completed foreclosure, also known as REO. All right. So, states that had the greatest number of REOs in August: Pennsylvania with 266, California with 229, Illinois with 224, Michigan with 206, and Florida with 202 REO properties. Cities, really quickly, we've got Chicago, Illinois with 154, Detroit, Michigan with 114, New York City with 112, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with 100, and Baltimore, Maryland with 56 REO properties. Okay, so that starts, highest foreclosure rates, and REO properties. And you guys, let's dig just a little bit deeper. Let's talk about the top 10 counties with the most REO properties right now. Top 10 counties. Y'all, if I pronounce the county name wrong, don't come for me. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna say it the way it looks, and the way I might put the syllable on the wrong, the accent on the wrong syllable. I'm sorry. If I say your county wrong, just tell me how I'm supposed to say it. Okay, so top 10 counties with the most REO properties. Here we go. Cook County, Illinois. At least I said that correctly. It's Chicago. Cook County, Illinois. Next up is Wayne County, Michigan. Next, Chemung County, New York. Chemung. 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 Chemung County, New York. Los Angeles County, California. Allegheny, my people on YouTube, shout out to my people who come watch me on YouTube on Sundays. Y'all told me it's Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, right? Because I was going to say Allegheny. But they said it's Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. Shout out to everybody in Allegheny County. Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania. Baltimore County, Maryland. San Diego County, California. East Baton Rouge County, Louisiana. And Queens County, New York. So, shout out to everybody there. If you're there, if I mispronounced your county, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying it up front. Tell me how to say it. Put it in the chat down below. Tell me like how if it's an A and I said A, you know what I mean? Tell me how I'm supposed to say it. I'm sorry. But those are the top 10 counties, REOs. Those are also highest foreclosure rates. You know, most foreclosure starts. If you are behind on your mortgage, because I know a lot of people watch me in different situations, ask for assistance. You know what I mean? Talk to your lender. Not saying anything is the worst thing you can do, right? Just sitting and waiting. Y'all talk to your lender. Ask for assistance. Explore all of your options. If your property goes up for auction, you guys, request your excess funds. What are your excess funds? Anything over that loan balance. If you have not paid your mortgage, right? The opening bid at the auction. I'm putting on my auction mama hat, okay? I don't have a hat, actually. Your auction, I'm putting on my auction mama hat. The loan balance. The opening bid at the auction is the loan balance, right? That's what the bank wants. That's why they're putting it up for auction. If your property gets bid up over the loan balance, right, after the bank's debt has been cleared, you're owed that money, right? If the opening bid is $100,000 and it gets bid up to $200,000, you get that $100,000. You guys, you got to request it because they're not going to call you and tell you you got some money. You know that. The bank is not going to call you and offer to give you your money back. So, if your house goes up for auction, request your excess funds or your surplus funds. Those are owed to you, okay? So, just keep that in mind. If you're like me and you reach out to homeowners in distress, you want my letters, they are down below. I have foreclosure and probate letters. If you are going to the auction and you don't know where to start, because a bunch of y'all email me, y'all text me, everything. If you want to start bidding at the auction, you guys, I made a complete course. It is my signature course, the Auction Accelerator. I teach you how to find properties, how to do a title search, you guys, how to analyze, how to calculate repairs. I got you a little repair calculator in there. I got you how to calculate the bid, what you're supposed to bring to the auction, a little calculator like that, everything. Cash for keys, contracts, I will link it down below. Check it out. And it's me in videos and me talking. You see how I'm talking to you right now. So you can imagine if you know how much I give, how much information I give you just here. Imagine me in a course walking you through, holding your hand, making sure you don't lose your coins at the auction, right? I give you everything you need to know. So check that out if you're interested in going to the auction, you guys. I am on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. I'm usually here on YouTube on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time live. So y'all come over. It's a good time. I answer your questions and I just talk. I just hop on here and we talk all night long. So shout out, join me there. Y'all, my email is youragentashley@gmail.com if you want to reach out and ask me a question. I appreciate y'all so much. Our community has grown. Shout out to everybody. You guys, I think we just hit 25,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I just come on here and try to share as much as I possibly can, you know, so y'all don't lose your coins, you know. So I appreciate you all. And you guys, if you found some value in this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.